Hello everyone. In this video, you will learn how to configure resources with Azure Resource Manager templates. Scan the QR code or navigate to the Microsoft Learn link to follow along as I narrate the Microsoft Learn topic, Configure Resources with Azure Resource Manager template. This is part of the AZ 104 curriculum. In this module, you will learn to list the advantages of Azure templates, identify the Azure template schema components, specify Azure template parameters, locate and use Azure Quickstart templates. An Azure Resource Manager template, ARM template for short, is a schema in JSON, which is JavaScript Object Notation. It's a file format that serves as a blueprint for creating and managing Azure resources. It defines the structure, properties, and settings necessary to deploy and manage Azure resources using Azure Resource Manager. It provides a standardized and scalable way to define and manage resources using Azure Resource Manager. It includes predefined resource types, user-defined resource types, properties, and dependencies. The schema deploys resources to a single subscription, resource group, or multiple subscriptions and regions. The Resource Manager template schema plays a vital role in infrastructure as code, IAC, and automation practices, enabling organizations to quickly and efficiently provision infrastructure. Azure Resource Manager templates are written in JSON, which allows you to express data stored as an object, such as a virtual machine and text. A JSON document is essentially a collection of key value pairs. Each key is a string, whose value can be a string, a number, a Boolean expression, a list of values, an object, which is just a collection of other key value pairs. A Resource Manager template can contain sections that are expressed using JSON notation, but aren't related to the JSON language itself. On the screen are examples of elements. Pause the video to review the elements and their description. In the parameters section of the template, you specify which values you can input when deploying the resources. On the left is the available properties for a parameter. On the right is an example that illustrates two parameters, one for a virtual machine's username and one for its password. There's a special note here. You are limited to 256 parameters in a template. You can reduce the number of parameters by using objects that contain multiple properties. Azure Bicep is a domain-specific language, DSL, that uses a declarative syntax to deploy Azure resources. It provides concise syntax, reliable type safety, and support for code reuse. This statement means that Azure Bicep is a specific language designed to deploy Azure resources. It utilizes a declarative syntax, meaning that users can describe the desired state of the resources without specifying the step-by-step instructions to achieve it. Azure Bicep offers a more concise syntax than other methods, making writing and understanding resource deployment code easier. Additionally, it provides reliable type safety, which helps catch potential errors or mismatches in the resource configurations during the development phase. Furthermore, Azure Bicep supports code reuse, allowing users to create modular and reusable code snippets to simplify the resource deployment process. You can use Bicep instead of JSON to develop your Azure Resource Manager template. ARM templates. The JSON syntax to create an ARM template can be verbose and require complicated expressions. Bicep syntax reduces the complexity and improves the development experience. Bicep is a transparent abstraction over ARM template JSON and doesn't lose any of the JSON template capabilities. When you deploy a resource or a series of resources to Azure, the tooling that's built into Bicep converts your Bicep template into a JSON template. This process is known as transpilation. Transpilation is a process of converting source code written in one language into another language. Bicep provides many improvements over JSON for template authoring, including simpler syntax. Bicep provides a simpler syntax for writing templates. You can reference parameters and variables directly without using complicated functions. String interpolation is used in place of concatenation to combine values for names and other items. You can reference the properties of a resource directly by using its symbolic name instead of complex reference statements. These syntax improvements help both with authoring and reading Bicep templates. Modules. You can break down complex template deployments into smaller module files and reference them in main templates. These modules provide easier management and greater usability. Automatic dependency management. In most situations, Bicep automatically detects the dependencies between your resources. This process removes some of the work involved in template authoring. Type validation and IntelliSense. The Bicep extension for Visual Code features rich validation and IntelliSense for all Azure resource types, API definitions. This feature helps provide an easier authoring experience. Azure Quickstart templates are Azure Resource Manager templates provided by the Azure community. Some templates provide everything you need to deploy your solution, while others might serve as a starting point for your template. Either way, you can study these templates to learn how to best author and structure your own templates. The readme.md file provides an overview of what the template does. The Azure deploy.json file defines the resources that will be deployed. The Azure deploy.parameters.json file provides the values the template needs. Take a moment to scan the QR code, pause the video, and browse the templates. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.